Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Okay, let's go back, Toy. So let's go back with our lesson now. Okay. Okay. So thank you for the advice. So I hope so. I hope so I can pass. Okay. And we
Oh,
can see each
if
other
you if
there.
you if
Yeah, we
you
can.
pass the interview, you come Vietnam, how I can study with you.
Yes. Yes. And
I can study
I
with
will,
you.
I will going
But
to contact, I will going to contact all my students and still continue teaching there. Okay. I can teach you
oh yeah,
online
how we
also.
can contact?
Huh?
How about do you have the Facebook address?
Do I have a?
Facebook address or any way I can contact with you
Yeah.
after you play
Yeah,
Halloween?
if ever, yeah, if ever I can, I pass the interview, I'm going to inform you so that I'm going to give you my informations, okay? Yeah, so
Yeah,
don't you
okay,
worry.
okay.
But of course, it's going to be, no, it's going to be a lot of process because I have to process my documents first, right? Before
Hmm.
I can be able to go there. So once I pass the interview, then after that one, they will going to give me maybe 2 months to process my papers, and then after that one, once it's done, so it's
Hmm.
I have to wait for the approval of my visa, right? So once
Yeah.
it is approved, so I have to buy a plane ticket, so that would be it, so I can
I
go
think
there.
visa only 1 or 2 weeks.
Ah, really? It's just
I
only
think
two
you.
weeks
I think
for
when I go to China, I do the visa within 20 days.
But it's
Yeah,
just only
3 weeks.
for what is one? We call that one as tourist visa. But
I thought
working visa, yeah, working visa, I guess, is different from working slash business visa is different from a tourist visa because
you
it
have the lecture lecture from the school. You can make easier.
yeah,
You know, when
and
you pass, they will send you a lecture.
yes.
After that, you
Yes. So
to
once I pass, so they will going to send me an offer letter.
yeah,
Then I have
yeah.
to sign that one and bring that and send that one to them again, and then they will going to approve that. So once approved, they will going to give me to process my documents. Then
Yeah.
once I already process that one, so ticket. So you have to buy ticket. Okay,
Yeah.
and fly there. Okay, don't you worry. I have to teach still if I am there because I do have a lot of students during the night. Okay, so I can still teach in the night, and maybe we
Yeah.
can teach you also because it's just early. Because
Yeah.
some schools they are open for about 9, so there would also be
Open in
9
night.
or
Yeah.
10. Okay,
Only
right?
nine.
Yeah, 9 o'clock in the morning. So still you can,
9 o'clock in the yes.
yeah, in the
From
morning.
no nine, no nine.
So
Uh,
it's 8 or
seven,
7. 7.
seven.
Okay, up to 1, I guess, 1 o'clock, right? 1 or 2 or 3, something like that, right?
Mm,
Yeah. And then the teacher will going to stay there up to 5 o'clock, something like that.
yeah.
So that would be it. So I guess if God permits me to pass that one. So I'm going to inform you about that one, Toy, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much for your advices. So let's move on to our lesson now. Okay, so what do you think would be this one? 100 yen. And then after that one, he mentioned about,
50. 50.
yes, so he mentioned about 50 yen. And then there would be 10 yen. And then you
Yes.
can use these notes in all ticket machines. Now, notes is different from coins. So we will
Yeah.
be going to know what's the difference between a notes and a coins. Okay? So
Mm,
you can use these notes in all ticket machines. How much would that be?
1,000.
Yeah, so he mentioned about 1,000 yen. Then you can use these notes in some, but not all ticket machines. Okay, so there would be some ticket machines that doesn't accept notes. Okay? Okay, so but not all ticket machines. So how much would that be?
5,000.
Yes, so it's going to be 5,000 yen and 10,000 yen. So sometimes ticket machines do not accept 5,000 yen and 10,000 yen. Okay? Okay, next. Ticket prices can be found on the big.
Map.
Yes. So on the big map. So above the machine. So
Machine.
as you can see also in here, so
Yeah.
this is what we called
The map.
destination, right? You can see there the map, a big
Yeah.
map of the route, okay, of the route of the train. But in here, down in here, above the ticket machine, you can see the prices, right? So you can decide, let's say, for example, you will going to go somewhere. So you have to decide how much would be the cost of the ticket. Okay. So then after that one, you can insert there on the machine. Okay,
Yeah.
Toy. Okay, good job. Now moving on. Do you have any questions so far with this?
Yeah, no more
No
question,
more.
teacher.
Okay, let's proceed to the continuation now. Okay, so we are here. Try to remember what you heard. Are these sentences true or false? Okay, letter A. When you go through a ticket gate, put your ticket in the machine. Is it true? Is Komiko okay advised Matt to when he already when you go to a ticket gate, put your ticket in the machine. Is it true or false?
I think phone. I think put the ticket machine before you through the ticket gate.
Okay, so the correct it's true. Okay,
True.
because when you
Yeah.
go through the ticket gate, okay, because it's the ticket gate, okay, and then because it's already been there, right? You have the ticket already, and then
Uh,
you already in your destination, so you arrived already in your destination, so therefore you have to put your ticket in the machine again, but it will not
yeah.
come out. So this one is true. Next, take the ticket with you when you get on the train.
True.
Yes. Okay. So when you are already buying a ticket, so you will going to insert notes or coins, and then after that one, there would be ticket. So the ticket will come out, and then you
Yeah.
will going to take that one when you get on to the train. So that would be true. The number, letter C, when you arrive at your destination, somebody will take your ticket.
Phone.
Yes. Okay. Because what you're
Ticket
going to do is you need to put the ticket
in the
on or
machine.
insert the ticket, okay, again
Yeah.
on the ticket machine and it will not come out. Okay, Toy? Okay,
Yeah.
next. Now, try to understand this one, Toy, that in London, okay, they call London Underground as tube. Okay? So if
True.
you happen to go to London, do not ask for an underground. Okay? Do not ask for a train.
Mm.
Okay? So if you wanted to ride, okay, a public transportation, so you have to say, I am looking for a tube where I can ride. So do not say, I'm looking for a subway. Okay? Because they can understand what's a subway. Okay? Okay. But if you happen to go to the United States, people call the underground as the subway. Okay. Same in Thailand, they call that one as the subway. Okay. So subway stations down there. So when we visited Vietnam, we ride the subway, there would be signage, okay? Signage there that subway at the ground floor. Okay? So this way, please, to the subway at the underground floor. Okay, so they call that one as subway. Same in the United States. But in London, they call that one as tube. And train, they call that one as tram. Yes, not a train. Okay, not a subway. Okay, so remember that one, Toy, huh? Okay, next. Okay, now we have here the so-called focus on and how to say numbers. Okay, so let's try to listen to how these numbers being said, and let's try to tick A or B. Okay, let's try to listen.
Recording 23. 1. 250. 2.
5,200.
3. 5,250. 4.
1,000.
Okay, so number 1. So how do we say this number?
250.
Yes. So let's try to analyze later on, okay, what's the difference? Okay, why do we need to say 250? Okay, next, what about number 2?
5,200.
Okay, so 5,200. Okay, next. Number 3.
5,250.
Okay, so the correct answer is 5,250. Okay, then the fourth one.
1,000.
Okay, so that would be 1,000. So we do not say that as 1,000, but usually, okay, yes, we usually here in the Philippines, we usually call that one 1,000. Okay, like for example, 1,000 pesos. So we call that one. In Vietnam, you call that one also 1,000 Vietnam dam, right?
Yeah.
So you do not say 1,000 Vietnam dam, right? So we have the same, okay, here in the Philippines. But in London, okay, in the United Kingdom, they call that one as 1,000. Okay. But of course, if you are talking about more than 1,000, so you have to say 2,000, 3,000. Okay. Now, what have you observed in telling or saying that particular numbers, Toy? Okay, what do you think would be the difference? Why do we have to say end? And sometimes we call that we don't say end. Like for example, this one, 250. But when we say 5,200, oh no, when we say 5,200. So what do you think?
For the 50 or 60 for the under 100 they will SN.
Okay, so that's correct. Okay, like for example, if we are going to talk about 210, okay, but we will not going to say 200, 205, 201, 203, something like that. Okay, but we don't say 300 and something like that. If there would be so-called still numbers, okay, on the or values on the what? On the tens place. Okay, we have here the ones place, the tens place. Okay, so we have to say 250. But if it's already been like for example 200, 300, 400, okay, so it's going to be, we don't have to use and. Now look at this one, 5,250. Okay, but if you were going to say like for example 5,000, okay, 300, okay, 5,000, okay, 300, something like this. So how do we say this? 5,330.
330.
Very good. But what about when we are going to say 5,000, something like this?
Yeah.
5,300. Okay. Yes. So as you can see, if you have still value, okay, value on the tens digit. So we call this one as tens digit, right? Okay, on the tens digit. So you have to use the and. But if there would be no value on the tens digit, so you do not say and. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be the difference. And of course, remember that we don't say at 1,000, but we say 1,000. Okay,
Yeah.
1,000 of 1,000 of visitors, okay, came on my birthday party. Okay, so there would be thousands or 1,000. Okay, now take note of this toy. In American English, people say 250. Okay? So, yeah, actually in American English, they don't use actually and. So they say 250 instead of saying 250. Actually, I had two students in Canada. In Canada, they also use the same. Okay? In reading numbers such as like this, they use also 250. Okay? In
Yeah.
Canada, they read also numbers like that. Okay?
Yeah.
But in the US, they don't use the and. Okay? But
Yes.
in British, in London, people say 250. So they use that one and.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about in Vietnam? Do you use also and?
Maybe they didn't use they don't use, and sometimes they only talk how you can know the number.
Here in the
Yeah.
Philippines, we do not use and.
Yeah.
Okay. We
Yes.
usually say 250.
Yes.
Okay. We usually
And
say 260,
yes.
245,
Yeah.
235. We don't say 235. We don't say
Yeah.
that. Why?
Yeah.
Because we follow usually the American English
Yes.
pronunciation. Okay, so most of the time we follow the American English pronunciation. Okay, okay, but again in London, it's different. So if you happen to go there in London, Toy, do not say 250. Okay, so you have to ask for, oh, where's my change? I do have still 250. Okay. So you
Yes.
are going to say that one. Okay. So, oh, it's already been time. So, yeah, so we will not going to tackle this one anymore at this point in time. So,
Yes.
on Monday, okay? So, the date is February 6th. So, we will going to continue discussing about this one on February 6, 2023. Okay, so we will be going to tackle the speaking strategy, asking about information. Okay, Toy?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time, and I enjoyed so much discussing our lesson, and I enjoyed talking to you, especially your advices, because I'm crossing my fingers that I'm hoping that I will be accepted in Vietnam so that I can actually I do have two countries in
Yeah.
Thailand. I do have scheduled interview next week in Thailand.
Oh,
Yes, and it's an international school in Thailand. And two schools actually contacted me for an interview already, and that
uh,
would be next week and next week. So wish me luck. So whichever would be what would comes first. So if
yeah.
ever I will be accepted in Thailand, so I couldn't go in Vietnam.
That you want to teach in Vietnam or Thailand?
Yeah, because I do have a lot of students in Vietnam actually. I don't have students in Thailand,
Yeah.
okay? But they contacted me, okay?
Mm.
So I don't know. I don't know. So I just have to wait for whatever would be the God's plan for me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so thank you so much for
So
your time,
yeah, I
Roy.
hope you in Vietnam soon.
Yeah, so I hope so. I hope so Vietnamese because the owner of the school in Vietnam is also Vietnamese, right? So most of them are Vietnamese. But the principal, let's say for example, their principal, their head teacher is
Mm.
from America, okay? They hire something that's from United States, from UK,
Yeah.
okay? So the one who's going to interview me would be a native English speaker. So I should have to speak better English so that I can pass.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So thank you so much for your time, Toy. We'll see you again on Monday. Bye.
Bye bye,
Bye
teacher.
bye.